رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي فالحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد, everyone, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I'm deeply filled with anxiety and also with joy that I'm getting to share some lessons from Surah Al-Rahman. It's actually, the more I study this surah with my team, the more I realize the profound depth and beauty inside of this surah. And I'm praying to Allah that He makes it easy for me to communicate some of those lessons to you and do at least an ounce of justice to this remarkable gift that Allah has given us in this surah. So what I'm going to do in this first session is make some introductory comments that will set the stage for us better grasping the materials of this surah. There are different ways to divide the subject matter of this surah, but I'm going to give you an easy division. And then later on, as we dive deeper, we're going to take a kind of a more complicated look at the division, okay? So the first thing we're going to see in the surah, the first subject we're going to see, is going to revolve around the Quran itself, the greatness of the Quran and what a mercy the Quran itself is. That's going to be its first subject. It's going to quickly switch from that to a description of the order, the cosmic order of the universe, how Allah has made things in order, you know, out in the galaxies, in the larger universe, and the skies. And from there, the focus is going to switch to the earth and what Allah has done on the earth. So basically, in this second passage, we get the Quran, then we get the skies, then we get the earth, then we get us again. Allah says He created us from a dried up kind of dirt. He's going to mention the jinn for the first time, that He created the jinn. Then He's going to bring the attention back to the sky again. And that's going to be where He says He's the master of the east and the west. He's going to go from there and talk about the seas. The last time He talked about the earth, now He's going to talk about the seas. And then at the end of all of that, He's going to talk about how everything is going to actually come to an end. This world is temporary, and the only thing that will remain is Allah. Now when we get to that point in the surah, there's the heart of the surah, the core of the surah. And the core of the surah is going to deal with criminals on Judgment Day, and how Judgment Day is going to look as soon as Judgment Day begins. What's it going to look like for criminals, and how they're going to end up in hellfire. May Allah not make us of them. So that's the middle of the surah. And then after the middle is done, there are two more sections. And those two more sections are, Allah will introduce us to a pair of gardens, Jannatan, a pair of gardens. And He's going to describe that pair of gardens. And when He's done describing it, He's going to describe yet another pair of gardens. So two Jannahs followed by another two Jannahs. So these are the sort of a layout of the subject matter of this surah. How is that all making sense together? How does everything connect together? What's the point of putting these things in this order? This is some of the stuff that we're going to try and explore as we study the surah. But at least you have a bird's eye view of what's going on inside of this surah.
Ar-Rahman allama al-Qur'an.
To help you follow along and reflect more deeply, we've created a companion workbook for this series. Download it at bayyina.com/Rahman.
It's also noteworthy that there are groups of surahs in the Quran. Okay, so there are